What's going on YouTube? Ground Chuck here in the Ground Chuck Man Cave. Gonna show you some, these aren't new to my collection, these vintage, but they have recently returned from PSA. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about the cards that I sent in, and I subbed them through Dustin Bellinger, who will hopefully, I'm gonna be sending that off to him to get PSA, and so you know, it takes months, but guess what? I want to get this slabbed up too. I know I showed that in the last video for my vintage, I believe. So I submitted to Mr. Dustin Bellinger 7 cards. 7 cards. So with submissions, you win some, you lose some. I'm very happy with the outcome, but I did get a minimum size requirement. This thing was really sharp, and it's funny because it does say that. I mean, minimum size requirement, and Dustin put it against some of his 64 Topps Giants and thought it was a little bit shorter on one side, I believe he said. And you know what, I put it against some of mine. Some of them are the same, and then this one is a little bit shorter than some of the other ones, just a smidge on the right side, and it was off center. I thought it'd come back like a because it's so sharp. It is so sharp, such a sharp card. I thought it'd come back a 7. I have one that's graded already, but I wanted to upgrade this, and so it's, you know, it is what it is. It's a nice, beautiful raw card. So I thought, like I said, and I made some predictions on some of these, on all of them actually. So I thought it was going to be like probably a 7, but it failed to meet. So I think it probably would have if it had the correct size. I know I showed the Jello mantle, but here's the 62 post. Now this is from the cereal box. It's a hand cut, obviously. It came back a VGEX4, very, very sharp. I love it. And I know I mentioned it before, and it's not making fun of any left-handers or anything out there, but you know, sometimes the post cereal cards look like a kid started cutting with left-handed scissors. So I'm going to put that one right there, the Mick. So it's a pretty darn good-looking card, and I thought it was going to come back a 4. That's one of the predictions I made. So I have my list when I filled it out, but I thought the mantle would come back a 4. Now these Mays, I've shown them before I show the grade, but you can see the difference in the color, if you will, darker photo, and I forget which one is which, but PSA did not designate that, and because one was an ad, and one was a from the cereal. So one was a mail-in ad order. So I thought they'd both come back about a 3. This one came back a 2. Not designated anything different. And I want to say that the darker faced Maze version is the mail-in, if I remember correctly. There's some differences. I could be wrong. If you have that information, please comment down below. And then this one did come back a 3, and I thought they'd both come back a 3 actually. So I was pretty darn close on my grading. And I'm happy with the 3. I'm happy with the way these returned. And the reason I'm setting them up like this, I still have 3 more cards, but I'm not going to be setting them up on any stands or anything. So I love the post cereal. They're just something about them. Those were 61s. That's the 62. But and I stuck with vintage on all this submissions. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with these are the 47 to 66 exhibits, and I thought this would probably come back a 1.5. It came back a 1. So Mantle exhibits Mickey Mantle batting pinstripes. I'm happy with it. It's got some creasing on it, but it's slabbed, and it's a Mantle, and it's darn beautiful looking card. So postcard. It's oversized if you didn't know by looking at it. So but yeah, so there's the grade and whatnot. I'm going to lay the mantle down right there by Sandy. And the next one I thought would come back a 2, and it came back a 2. It's the Jackie Robinson. So 47 to 66 exhibits. It's very, very nice It's got some crease in a little bit too and rough corners, but I'm just happy with the overall grade on it. And I thought it was pretty darn close. And I nailed this one. It's the Maze Portrait. It's a 4. So, and I thought it would come back a 4. This is the best shape of them, of the 3 of them. So, I just loved it. So, you know, Maze, Robinson, Koufax, Mantle. I mean, it was a fun sub. So, thank you, Dustin Bellinger, for doing that group subs like you always do. You put a lot of hard work into it. I might have to catch up with the next time. I know I missed the sub date for this one, but I really appreciate what you do for the hobby, and thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about these new PSA slabs. So I'm going to probably title this PSA Return Results. So, ground chuck out, just over 6 minutes. You guys all stay safe, stay well.